Hi, I'm just going to share a letter that not a letter, it's a response to my letter that I had wrote. I wrote a letter, me being more of a individual rather than a groupie kind of floats my boat. And so I wrote a letter and I submitted it to Policies for the People. And the response pretty much touched me in a sensitive manner. And I wanted to share this as I talk a little bit about it. So I'm going to read his letter, his response to after I posted my letter. And it's openly on an open platform, and it's by Mike Roberto. And so his reply is, I'm absolutely disgusted by all the racial animosity and race baiting. My son is half black, half white, and always told him that he is the best of both worlds and that he must be proud of who he is and to value his uniqueness. He started classes at a local university 2 years ago, and he's been twisted into an unrecognizable form. He despises me for being white and says that he has to consider himself black in order to be acceptable to his peers at school. He says he doesn't know who he is anymore. I hardly recognize him myself anymore. He no longer goes to church. He attends protests against Israel. He doesn't want anything to do with his family on either side. He's full of anger. This breaks my heart in so many ways. There's no words to describe it. It also fills me with rage, and sometimes I wish that university would get struck by lightning and burn to the ground. And I started responding. Oh, he did another response to what I had responded to him. Thank you for your generosity and concern. My son doesn't listen to anything I have to say. I tried giving him a Thomas Sowell book, Inside American Education, so he could understand the pitfalls and drawbacks of the modern university industry and indoctrination it forces on people. But he left it behind sitting on the coffee table. So, I'll be back. Okay, so back to talking about the response to my letter, someone's comment it is race disparity or whatever, but I wanted to share from my perspective, because I know a lot of people out there are hurting, and from society and the way society has manipulated and controlled a lot of people to think certain ways and be certain ways, it has hurt so many people. And a lot of people have become like severely mentally ill over these situations that deal with race and relations and families, and not knowing how to deal with it. So I just wanted to share from my perspective and my experience a little bit, and how I've dealt with it from day one until day now. And so growing up, starting in elementary school, I became a fighter, and I learned how to fight. And I remember somebody calling me Muhammad Ali in elementary school. I went to PS 116 in Queens, New York, Jamaica, Queens. And every single day I was in a fight. Either someone behind me was sitting in class trying to cut my hair, somebody was pulling my hair, somebody was picking on me, just blah, blah, blah. And it was all, I was always fighting. So I learned how to fight. I learned how to cuss. They're like, you go to church every day almost. Your grandma keep you in church and you cursing like that, blah, blah, you know. Yeah. Got to junior high school. It wasn't so much the race thing. It became like I became real quiet and shy and timid, and scared to talk in class, or afraid to. I was always, I don't know, just I had my close circle of friends, which were very few, but I wasn't one that was always with the in crowd. In high school, I did booster cheerleading for a little bit, but I wasn't the in person. I was like more of a cornball, a corny person. And so I did respond to him by telling a little bit about my life. And when I went to college as well, I became very radical. And but it was on a different level, but it was still dealing with race. And I think that's when I was learning like who I was back then as well, and what areas I wanted to step in that made me feel comfortable or not comfortable. And being in college has taught me a lot. I was around so many beautiful, good people. You know, it just helped me with my growth. And even the faculty and staff that was on the college that I went to. But and then in a work environment, you continue to hear things that deal with race, but as you get older, you become stronger in who you are. You start to love yourself for who you are, and you start to understand that people pick up what others put down. So you become abusive like other people, because that's what you're around and what you learn, if you're not strong-minded enough to reject that. And I've always, I think, eventually, you know, as I got older, understood that. So I never held any grudges or wanted anybody, I want you to die because you're treating me mean and you're talking to me mean. No, even when people come in to, you know, need help and stuff like that, I don't look at it like that. You know, it does, as a human being, cross my mind, like, you got a lot of nerve. Treating people, thinking of people a certain kind of way, but then when you want their help, it's like, it just feels funny. And so, but I understand his pain is just, I can relate to it, even though mine is a bit different. Born from a black mother, a black father, and, two children. One is very, very light skinned, and the other one is very, very dark skinned. And we've had our challenges too, being around people. They was like, that's your friend. No, stupid ass, that's my sister. And I can only imagine, like, what the mother went through, having children like this. Like, it's hard, and it can make a lot of people crazy. But it's such a good thing to learn. I love learning about personalities and behaviors, and how to accept people for who they are, and not hold grudges, and still be the happy-go-lucky person that I am. A lot of this stuff also, people will make you shut up and not talk, and but when they want to talk about an issue that bothers them, they just expect you to come to the attention and stand there and listen to them at attention, and give them all the support and energy and strength and beautification that they need, but you are to shut up and hold it in and be quiet and endure all that. So I don't know. I just wanted to share that letter to let people know, if it resonates with somebody, that you're not alone, and it's okay to speak up about how you feel, and let no one shut your voice down. Peace.